Hi there, listener. You're about to experience TADPOG. Tyler and Dave play old games, and there will be plenty of game talk, but also copious amounts of crude, off-color, offensive, and immature speech. So if you are of a rather sensitive humor constitution, we're just letting you know what you're in for with this show. It has games. It has jokes. You know, just games and jokes. Take the games, take the jokes, and have a good time.
Hello, Internet, and welcome to another TADPOG podcast. This is a show that happens twice a week. We're two old guys, totally, absolutely sure, we promise.
We're talking about Pokemon Go again, guys.
Yep.
No, wait, don't go anywhere. I'm just kidding. I mean, I would talk about it again, but probably shouldn't do that.
Yeah. We'll do another one.
That was me sounding sad. Wasn't a joke.
That's good. With way more to talk about. But anyway.
So what are we talking about?
Well, we'll capitalize on what we said we would do last time. Talk about Moto Racer 2.
All right. That's a PC game. And PlayStation. I didn't realize it came out on the PlayStation until I did a little bit of research. I played this game a lot on the PC.
Because I watched a video of the PlayStation version, because you gave me the PC version, and it's still, man, turning on anything that has the PlayStation 1, like, yeah, the PlayStation logo, and that ding, ding, yeah, man.
Yeah, I did a bad job of it.
I didn't either, like, people just...
Everybody,
yeah.
Close your eyes. Imagine the Sony Entertainment PlayStation.
Ding, zoom, zoom. That's it. Yeah.
PlayStation. Sounds like that, right?
Yeah.
This game wasn't received well on the PlayStation, which I guess we can get into later.
Yeah.
But yeah, I never played the PlayStation version, but now I kind of do because the PC version was received well. The PlayStation version was not.
I wonder why.
I don't. That's why I want to play it. Probably because it. I imagine it's because the resolution on the PlayStation version was bad.
Yeah. Although, see, I blew my load on my Pokemon Go.
Yeah.
Stories.
Did you tribute it?
Yeah. Yep. So I'm trying to think of like, do I have any interesting stories? Anything to tell?
Who are you?
I'm your bearded host, Tyler, and I did something. I came close like 2 weeks ago, and he sent me a message about it, and I finally did it this week.
What's
something
that?
I never thought I would do.
Ride a motorcycle.
Right, shit.
I thought you were going to tell a motorcycle story.
I outstepped Fish Lips J, on my Fitbit.
Really?
So I was like, man, Jay's just like, he's fucking killing it with all these steps.
He takes a lot of steps.
Yeah, and then like I got a job 8 hours on my feet, and now like I just barely edge out over him this week. Me, him, and then Paul Kluhl.
Really? How many steps do you take a day now?
On average, I bet on a work day 18,000.
That's a lot of steps. Even on a workout day, I probably do at best 15.
Yeah.
Yeah, at best.
Because I had the 25 or the 30K badge. That was the day I just decided like, let's just not lift today. Let's see how far I can run. I ran a half marathon, and that got me at like 25K, 30K.
Jeez. Yeah, this week I've got 31K. So.
Well, it's only Tuesday, so.
Yeah, that's 3 days.
Because you can tell, obviously, if you look at my Fitbit progress, it's like, oh, you can tell the days that I'm off substantially. Because I dropped down to like 4,000, 5,000 steps, maybe. So, calories burned straight up in half. So yeah, if anybody enjoyed that, it's all I got story-wise. I should have sit down and prepped, but I didn't.
That's okay. So, that's all right.
I decided to make Kenna a cheeseburger instead. Cheeseburger? You want a cheeseburger, Kenna? Okay.
You got it. What's she like on her cheeseburger?
Anything. She'll eat anything I put in front of her.
Yeah.
The only thing that I've ever given her that she like, no thanks, is blue cheese. Everything else she'll try. Like
that is a polarizing food.
Yeah. So I gave her she ate a plain cheeseburger most of the time, but today she ate all of hers and then wanted to eat mine. I had jalapeno ketchup, pickles, and onions. She ate that. Didn't phase her.
She does good with spicy stuff.
Yeah. Remember what that one time I gave her, because I made pho, and I had tofu in it that I put a lot of sriracha on, and she wanted a piece of the tofu, and I gave it to her, and she gave me her eyes went wide, and she kept eating it. So
that's impressive. I'm impressive.
So she's probably my daughter.
I'm impressed.
Probably.
I'm impressed. Yeah, she's probably your daughter. What is up, internet? I tried to think of a motorcycle story, and other than the one that I've told probably a year ago, where I thought about getting a motorcycle and a motorcycle license, which I did not do.
I'm glad. I'm very glad.
Yeah, I mean, I'm glad too. That money, it's nice not paying for a motorcycle. I'll say that much. The only other time I've ridden a motorcycle, other than when I was like going to the safety courses for that, was probably when I was a kid. And I can't remember, some family member had a motorcycle, and I remember, I think like half of kids who rode motorcycles with a family member or a friend at a young age has a story where they burned their leg, and I totally burned my leg on the motorcycle.
Mm-hmm.
Other than that,
I've done that in four-wheelers before. Yeah, it sucks.
Other than that, I did ride a moped at work last week.
My dad bought 6 of them about a month ago.
Really? Does he have any of them still?
He has 3 of them. He basically, they didn't work. So he basically cannibalized 3 of them to get 3 of them to work.
What's he doing with the 3?
He's keeping them.
He's keeping them. He's not selling them.
Nope. Well, he will eventually. That's what he always does. But so far, he's still got them and rides each of them.
Do you know what the horsepower is on any of them?
We have one that looks just like Pee Wee Herman's bike from Pee Wee's Big Adventure.
Okay.
And that one caps out at like 40 miles an hour, I think.
The reason I ask is because if it is under 50 horsepower...
Oh, you have to have a license, don't you?
You do not have to have a license if it's under 50.
Okay.
If it's 50 or higher, yeah, you need a license for it. If it's below 50 horsepower, you don't even need to have a license plate on it. It's just like a bicycle, essentially. At least in Kentucky. So, hey, I'm not a lawyer, nor... This is also a thing I heard from a guy. So I didn't look this up in a law book. There's no tomes that were opened. This is just...
You don't practice motorcycle law?
I do not practice recreational vehicle law, which I believe if it's under 50 horsepower, it's a recreational vehicle.
I think I've heard that too. Like golf carts don't have to be and stuff like that.
Exactly. So I rode that moped, and granted, I did do it in a gravel parking lot. Probably wasn't the wisest decision, but it was scary. So while I was on it, I was like, yeah, I'm so glad that I didn't buy a motorcycle. If I'm going if this thing is 49 horsepower, because that was the angle. They're like, yeah, we're going to make mopeds that are just under what is required. So if I can't handle a 49 horsepower moped, I have no business on a bike. None.
When I was 14, 15, that's when my dad first got 2 mopeds. My brother and I rode. We rode the shit out of those. I love those so much. I had some bad wrecks on those, but it was still fun. Oh yeah, I remember there was this dirt path behind my road where kids would ride bikes and stuff. I'm not gonna ride my bike, I'm gonna ride the moped back there. Most of the time it was fine. Until one day I was almost off the trail and I came across a kid riding his bike up. And I sped up and I went to wave at him. Did not realize the small ditch in front of me. And I hit that full force, flipped over the front of the moped.
So the bike, the back wheel flipped over the front wheel kind of deal?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, it straight up did a somersault and threw me face forward. I came up, I was wearing
You Excite biked.
I was wearing my Nike Jesus style sandals that have, just cover the top of your foot. Those flew off in both directions off of my feet.
Ironically, you were also wearing a t-shirt of Jesus riding a Harley. With an American Eagle in the background.
That was my youth group.
Yeah.
So, I remember because I went up, I did a flip in the air, and I hit, and I kept tumbling and kept tumbling.
Oh, my God.
And the kid stopped, helped me find my shoes. And then I got up, started the moped again, and rode home.
All right.
But
how old were you?
15.
I was about to say, you must have been pretty young if you didn't break bones.
Yeah, I didn't break anything. And let's see. I guess I have 2 other weird motorcycle anecdotes. I didn't even think about. Oh yeah, motorcycles.
Yeah, it's a motorcycle game. Spoilers.
My dad was the first person in the county we grew up in to get a motorcycle license, but because before he asked, it wasn't a thing. They were very confused. It's like, you don't have a car.
So what? Like he showed up to get a motorcycle license?
He couldn't afford a car when he was 16.
One motorcycle license, please.
Yeah, that's essentially what he did. Like,
Yeah.
I don't have a car, but I want my license because I want to ride my motorcycle. And they just kind of looked at him, and they got an instructor, and he was like, okay, I guess I can make that work. And Dad said like they were setting up cones, and the guy was like sort of asking questions, and no one had done it before, and he was the first one to get it.
Would this have been like in the 70s or like earlier than that?
It's probably earlier than that.
'Cause
Like,
I don't know how old your dad is.
No, Dad he turned 60 this year.
Okay, so man, I'm bad at math.
Me too.
So but we can work this out. Okay,
It was probably in the 60s when he was.
that checks out. Sure. So
I mean, we do have episodic proof that we are bad at maths. Check out that gem of a show.
So I'll have a link
So
to
Dad
that.
was born in 1956. If he was 16, that was in 1972.
Okay. So it seems like a much better time to get a license. Like whenever I hear stories of the 70s, it's always like, oh yeah, cops just didn't give a shit. It's because like I hear stories about like people locally who are like, oh yeah, on the weekend what we'd do for recreation, just get a bunch of beer and drink it and drive around.
Well, my dad was a joyrider when he was younger, like stealing cars out of driveways and stuff. So yeah, totaled one, left in the ditch, never got in trouble. And then the other is like what makes me very scared of motorcycles was my former Uncle Steve, because he was my uncle-ish by marriage.
You just told the shortest story.
He's
I
my
love it. I'm scared of motorcycles because of my former Uncle
My
Steve.
former
All
uncle.
right,
We
enough
divorced
said.
him after that.
Oh no, he fucking died on that motorcycle.
Oh, I don't know if it would have been better off because he was a quite the motorcycle enthusiast, and I think it was raining when he was riding one day, and he wrecked, and like, oh, he showed up. He wasn't wearing road leathers or a helmet or like anything, and he broke, the majority of his bones.
That's when we started calling him Uncle Hamburger.
And like most of the skin on his body was all gone.
Oh
like,
yeah.
Oh, like he.
Look, kids, Uncle Hamburger's here. Everyone give him a hug.
Be careful. Here, put this gauze on first and give him a hug.
We want to make sure you don't stick. Don't worry. Let's oil him up.
Say hi to Uncle Meatwad.
Got to oil him up before he goes on the grill.
So yeah, that's why motorcycle. Oh man, I'm very glad you didn't get one.
Well, a lot of people at the safety course were talking about accidents they'd previously been in. And like I heard one of the guys talking, he's like, oh yeah, man, you're going to get in accidents. Cool. Well, I don't want to do that because I'm a big pussy. So
What was your accident?
Pass.
I used to be a woman.
yeah. Now I'm a hamburger woman. And then
Rabble.
I made the mistake of going on the motorcycle subreddit, and that's all they talk about too. It's just like, hey guys, check out all these photographs from horrific motorcycle accidents. It's like they are actively trying to get people to not join the motorcycle club.
Is it like what I hear if you try to convert to Judaism? It's like they tell you at first, they're just like, they'll tell you no 3 times. You have to push it. So all motorcycles are like, no, don't do it. You have to keep wanting it. Then once you're in.
I came out of a motorcycle's vagina, so technically I am already a motorcycle. So.
Let me ask you, was your motorcycle's vagina Jewish? Oh, David Cross. You got anything else?
No.
No?
I rode a moped.
Yeah.
This is a very low energy episode. Hey, do you want a high energy episode? Listen to Pokemon Go.
Yeah. You want to hear us excitedly talk about something? So you want to dive into Moto Racer Part 2?
I do want to get this charger plugged in, and then yes.
Okay.
I appreciate you asking me when you saw me struggling over here. Yes, I do. I am ready.
Is he busy?
Oh, he's busy. He hasn't been busy the whole time, but now he is. Are you ready to talk about this game?
Now I'm not going to put the pressure on him.
Would you like to read from Wikipedia right now?
Well,
I'll wait.
Do it. Come on.
I'll wait. Yes, I am ready. Now I'm ready to talk about Moto Racer. Do you hear that, Tyler?
I do.
It sounds like Jesus is popping a wheelie right over a ditch.
Yeah.
Or are those people in awe? That was a choir of angels.
Yep.
waving at Uncle Hamburger as he rides into the sky. He's like the headless horseman. He's got his head in his hand.
He's got all his skin in a bag.
He's got a bag of skin in one hand, a bag of hair in the other, and he's just riding the sunbeam right on up to
He
heaven.
looks like a Fallout 4 ghoul and a super mutant put together just with a meat bag.
Of course we hear that, which of course I'm very sorry. Uncle Hamburger doesn't listen to the show, does he?
My cousin divorced him shortly after that. I haven't seen him in like 10 years.
Perfect. Fuck that guy.
Fine.
That's what I say. I have a feeling we just lost an Uncle Hamburger listener. Okay, guys. Of course, that choir of angels ushers in a segment that we like to call Dave reads from Wikipedia. Moto Racer 2 is a motocross racing game developed by Delphine Software International and published by Electronic Arts for the PlayStation and Microsoft Windows. It is part of the Moto Racer series and is the sequel to Moto Racer. I thought maybe that would go without saying, but hey guys, I have a crazy idea for a game. What's that? It's called Moto Racer 2. Whoa, hold on, wait. We don't have a Moto Racer 1, Mr. Delphine. I know, but if we do Moto Racer 2, they'll think that we did do a Moto Racer 1, and they'll think it was super successful enough to warrant a sequel, and they'll probably buy it.
Yeah, because Shrek 2 was not a sequel to Shrek 1. So, I mean, it doesn't have to be a sequel. It'd be the same name and 2 behind it.
Are you fucking with me? I have not seen Shrek 2. And now, like, when you said that, I was like, now I need to watch Shrek 2. Like, I hope it's like this complete departure where it's like, all right, well, this last movie had a donkey in it. This one has a crazy elephant.
This is actually the movie version of Coney 2012. We call it Shrek 2 so people would come and watch it.
Shrek 2 Electric Boogaloo featuring Paul Blart, Kevin James. We couldn't afford Mike Meyers.
Adam Sandler's bitch.
Oh man, Adam Sandler should totally do the next Shrek movie. That should be the next Netflix Adam Sandler movie. It's just, what would it be called? What would
his spinoff like Shrek?
Shrek? It's Rob Schneider. It's not animated. It's just Rob Schneider.
He turns into an ogre. but it's copyright infringement. He's Shrek in theaters on Thanksgiving.
The game, Tyler, has more courses than its predecessor and added a level editor. Moto Racer 2 garnered positive reviews from critics praising its graphics and variety of gameplay. Just so anybody out there is wondering, because it does not say this in the description, this is a racing game.
Oh.
A racing game, which is...
an arcade racing game at that. Whatever that is. People kept calling it that, and I was like, okay.
People kept calling it that, an arcade racing game. Yep. There is a simulation mode, but I don't even think the simulation mode is very simulation-y. It's still very arcadey.
Yeah.
I picked this game because I liked it a lot as a kid, and I hadn't played it since probably 1998 when it came out, and I pirated it. I'm assuming I'm outside of the statutes of limitation on that. If I'm not, I'm just kidding. This is a comedy podcast. I'm just making a joke.
just a joke.
Right.
Nothing really happened.
Just goofs. So I haven't played it. I hadn't played it since then. I wanted to revisit it and see if it withstood the test of time.
And
I think it did.
Yeah,
I had a lot of fun with it. If you're wondering, hey, what's this game like? You can see me re-experiencing it on Twitch. I stream this on Twitch, so
I'm impressed and very happy at the amount you stream. I like it a lot. Yeah,
I try to do it as often as I can, and it's actually kind of deterred me from playing games that I can't stream. Like, for example, Bravely Second. Really want to keep playing it. However, I cannot stream it. So it's like, it's this weird situation.
I know you can, but it's really, you have to get like some kind of...
It's expensive.
Yeah.
It's like, I think like a $250 adapter or something like that. And it's like, I looked at it and I was like, you know what? Not enough people watch the stream for me to justify this purchase. As much as I like to do it, I can't justify that purchase. Yeah. But like now I'm in this weird thing where it's like, I will play games that I want to play less just because I can stream them on the PC.
Yeah.
I don't like how PlayStation 4 handles the streaming stuff because it's like you have to get their proprietary camera. And I'm not a big fan of that.
Yeah,
So
I'm with you. I understand. But speaking of Moto Racer,
yes.
I saw some pictures on the internet the other day of a couple that had a Shrek-themed wedding. It was because I was just watching random things on YouTube, and one of them was like top 10 worst weddings ever. So I clicked on it, and most of it was all pretty bad. But when I got to the Shrek
Was
wedding,
an Ultima Online wedding on there? I would have loved if all 10 of them were Ultima Online weddings, where someone, maybe me, showed up and killed everybody.
it's so weird. Watch Mojo, like, but it was two couples who basically cosplayed like to the nines, Shrek and Fiona. So I can't imagine on your wedding day just full green body paint and oh man. I mean, I like Shrek.
Yeah.
But holy shit.
Clearly you don't, because I was at your wedding and you were not dressed as an ogre.
I tried.
You weren't
God,
even, you weren't even dressed as Shrek, motherfucker.
I tried having an Eden themed wedding and have us both like each as a head of the Eden, but no, it didn't fly.
A link to that will be in the show notes if you provide it to me, because I really want to see the Shrek wedding.
Okay.
Can we pause the show and just
watch Shrek?
Yeah, just watch. We'll both quote Donkey at the same time.
We'll just play it in the background. We'll watch Shrek in real time and record and talk about Moto Racer.
Every now and then we'll make an offhand comment where it's like, I can't believe Donkey did that.
Man, Eddie Murphy's career, right? All right.
Jeez. You'd think an ogre would have eaten that donkey by now. No, well.
Mr. Robinson's Neighborhood was a really good SNL skit. Yeah.
What CR do you think Shrek is?
I mean, he's beating it. He took out that dragon. He's got to have like character levels.
Motor Racer 2?
Yep.
Look,
Not Shrek.
There's a Shrek game.
There are a lot of Shrek games.
So
And what was it I saw
up.
on Reddit? Like the off-brand toy for the Justice League was like the Good Moral Squad, and it was knockoffs of all the. It might not be Good Moral Squad, but it's something like that, and it was knockoffs of all of like Superb Man and Wondrous Woman and shit like that, and then at the end was Shrek.
Just straight up Shrek, like not even trying.
Just like they say everything, just like a double the size of the rest Shrek figurine.
Hey Bill, did the copyright run out on Shrek? I think so. All right, we're making it.
Put him in the Good Moral Squad.
Is there room in the Good Moral Squad? Let me check. Yeah, we got a spot.
Could he join the Justice League? No.
Can we get Donkey too?
Moto Racer 2.
Moto Racer 2.
Sorry.
Are you apologizing to me or the listener?
Everybody.
I don't give a shit.
Shrek is love. Shrek is life.
All things begin and end with Shrek.
There's so many weird things about like Shrek fucking people on like
Wait,
4chan.
what?
Yeah, man, it's like a...
You realize you're blowing your Shrek wad. If we ever do a Shrek video game.
That's true. I need to stop.
But
When we do all the Shrek games.
However, yeah, our next series, once we're done with Digital Trends, we're doing the all Shrek video game.
The Patreon where we do all four, like, I think there are 4 Shrek movies.
There are 4 fucking Shrek movies.
I know there are 3,
You
and I
were
think there's
kidding.
like 1 spin-off or something like that. Yeah.
How about
Well,
this?
I guess Puss in Boots is a Shrek movie, quote unquote.
How about they did a Puss in Boots movie?
Yep.
I could see that. It was just a pretty popular character.
He's a good character.
Yeah. So can we do that right after we watch all 18 Land Before Times?
Yeah.
Also,
The 8-hour Patreon episode where we talk about all 16 Land Before Time
that we
movies.
watch it in real time. It's a 32-hour episode. We just marathon it. We could do a Twitch stream of that where it's like we just sit there and watch Land Before Time and just see how long we can last.
We take acid, put on Land Before Time, and just see which ends first.
Also, can we rename our podcast Good Moral Squad
Yeah. I think that's pretty perfect.
or Good Moral Boys?
And then our spinoff. No,
What? No,
Moto
you gotta
Racer
say it.
2.
No. You can't hold that back. Go
Boys
censor
say good
yourself.
moral. I was just like, Good Moral Boys. Spinoff. What would the spinoff be? Boys with moral reasoning? Boys with good morals?
All right.
Spin off of the spin off? Yeah, that's why
You were right. You were right. I'm sorry. My bad. That one's on me. All right.
No, push this. Probably funny. Nope.
No, yeah, I know. Shame on me. That one is my fault, not yours. Moto Racer 2, Tyler.
Yep.
So this is kind of a big deal because it's a racing game. And when I bought you this game, I'm pretty sure I said, "Here's the game. You'll probably hate it." What did you think? I want to go ahead and talk about that immediately. I want to talk about, because you are a notorious non-racing fan. Like, you like Mario Kart, right? Ish. Okay, so that's your bar, right? Is that the best racing game in your opinion that you've played?
See, because I enjoyed F-Zero, but that's just nostalgia factor and one of the first games that I had to play because it was all I had.
Okay.
So other than that, and then like I played Need for Speed Hot Pursuit. I played a decent amount of that.
That is a fun game.
So yeah.
Would you be interested in doing that on the show at some point?
We could do that at some point, yeah.
Okay. That is another one that I played on the PC around the same time I played Moto Racer. Before I could drive, I was really interested in racing games.
Yeah.
I'll put it that way.
That's fair. Just like I was with certain mighty mopeds, then once I got a license, I think I rode one once.
Once I almost died, then I stopped. So how does this compare to a racing game that you like F-Zero or Mario Kart? Where do you place Moto Racer 2?
Well, I just want to know how it feels to you, Dave, for you to tell me that I probably won't like this game and give me a copy.
Yes.
And after I play it, for you to be so 100% absolutely correct.
Yeah.
That it,
no, you weren't tricking me. I was like, I knew what you were doing.
I could not put this down.
No. In the stream, I say, I wonder how Tyler's liking this. Probably not at all.
I didn't hate it because it's
that surprises me.
Yeah, no, I didn't hate it. It's a technically sound, well done game.
What makes you say that?
The controls I felt were solid.
Yeah.
There are tons of options, like what there are 32 courses, tons of different motorcycles you can choose from that are all different.
Right.
So I made sure the one that was max grip and brakes. So
See,
yep.
You're touching on one of the things I love about this game still, is that all the different bikes have different stats. There's 4 stats, right? There's grip, there's brakes, there's top speed, and there's acceleration. Very Mario Kart style. Like, here are 4 stats to worry about. It's not like Gran Torino. That's an old TADPOG joke. You're welcome, OG fans and listeners of the show. Where it's like, oh man, you need 5 extra horsepower. Buy a filter after winning a race. I don't like that stuff.
Yeah.
This game is very much like, you got 4 stats to deal with, dog. Also, these motorcycles don't have names. It's just green bike or red bike or white bike or black bike. Pick a color. It's going to have stats.
You don't know anything about engines? That's okay.
Not a problem.
Play our game.
Yeah, it's not a problem. And I love that because I don't like it when racing games get super technical.
Yeah.
That's just not my speed. That was a racing joke. You're welcome. But I mean, other people enjoy that and I'm all for it. I geek out over stats in an MMO that is meaningless in the real world. At least
No, I'll do a gear swap every time to put in all my TP gear
Right, exactly.
and my strength and my accuracy whenever I do.
well, I'm going to need resilience. So yeah, we got to do that. But see, that has no real world and there's no real world value in that.
Yeah.
At least in Gran Turismo, you can learn some things.
A
from
little bit
that.
about a car, yeah.
So, but fuck it, I just want to have fun. That's why I play games, is to have
This
fun.
game-
I have to learn about engines.
I played a few tracks and I didn't oh, this fucking sucks. I was just bored with it because I don't enjoy racing games.
Yeah.
But that's just my personal preference. I can look at this game and see tons of options, not too much fluff, technically sound. I could see where this is a good game. It's just not my type of game.
I knew it wouldn't be, and actually, I've not been looking forward to this recording because it is I've asked myself so many times, why did I suggest Moto Racer? Why did I suggest a game that I know Tyler wouldn't like? And it's just selfish. I just wanted to replay it, honestly.
That's totally fine. No, I'm glad I played it. I'm glad I've had the experience and played the game. So there's not going to be a game where you're like, Todd's going to hate this. I'm still going to play it. We played plenty of shitty games that I really fucking hate. It's totally fine.
Yeah, how does this game rank in comparison to Captain Novaland?
Oh, it's way better than Captain Novaland. I'll say that about it. This beats the shit out of Bebe's Kids and Cool World.
Keep giving me names of episodes that I can put in the show notes.
Shaq Fu. It's way better than Shaq Fu.
I'm so
Noah's
glad.
Ark 3D. So much better.
I don't
Sparkster.
Well, yeah, you're making some people mad on that one, but I get it. I agree with you. Moto Racer 2, definitely better than Sparkster.
There's no
On the
animation
record.
in Moto Racer 2 that just makes you crash and die. So
There are other things that make you crash in Moto Racer. You don't die. That's good.
Yeah.
You never become Uncle Hamburger in Moto Racer 2. Okay, so how did you think the game looked?
the graphics didn't look dated to me. I know we're playing the PC version, so
Right.
it's probably not going to be as bad as like the PlayStation version.
Man, the reason I'm asking is because I didn't know if it was nostalgia or what, but the game still looked decent to me. The game came out in 1998, and playing it the highest resolution I could, with all the visual details turned up to the max, it's still like it's obviously not a current gen game, but it also didn't look like a game from 1998, and that's what drew me to the game. Originally, as a teenager, was like, oh my God, graphics are, I'm going to go on the record and say graphics are never going to get better than this. It is impossible. There is a lens flare when you go around the track.
That did bug the shit out of me. That did. It's like, this is not fucking necessary.
Yeah.
Like, lens flares are not fucking necessary. Why are they all over the place? But, like, that did. Like, because it was on my screen for, like, a minute. Just like, fuck this.
Yeah, they were just showing off, is what they were doing.
Yeah.
They were just showing off. And I get it, because I remember seeing that when I was a kid and being like, holy shit, I've never seen a lens flare in a game before. This is like real life.
This is like theatrical cinema.
Yeah.
But it was, the graphics, because they're simple. So, things that are simple and cartoony age well, as opposed to trying to be cutting edge, trying to overcome the uncanny valley. Like,
I think it really walked that line, because I do think that this game looked great when it came out, and like it easily could have been like, if they would have pushed it just a little bit farther into realism, I think it would have aged horribly.
Yeah.
But I think they walked that line perfectly to where it's like, the game is obviously old, but it doesn't. I didn't feel like the graphics took away from the gameplay at all.
yeah.
Again, nostalgia goggles though. Did you have a preferred mode? Because this game has street tracks and dirt tracks.
I did street tracks because I knew dirt tracks, like, if I'm going to fuck up more, I'm going to fuck up more in a dirt track. So let's not do that.
The dirt tracks are a lot of fun because there is a stunt button. The game has a stunt button. When you're on a street race, when you're doing a street race and you hit the stunt button, you will do a wheelie.
And that's how you capitalize on like speed bursts and
Right.
shit like that. But it's risky because if you remotely wipe out on a wheelie, like, you straight up wreck and have to
Right.
get back on your bike, and
Exactly.
you've lost.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, you've lost pretty much. So straightaways only on the wheelies. On dirt tracks, when you use a stunt button, if you go off a ramp and use the stunt button, you will do tricks. Like, I don't know the name of any of these tricks. So
you
this
press
is
it
gonna
and
be
you
bad.
cheat on Sheryl Crow.
One of them is you put both legs out to one side of the bike. The other is you lift up off the bike. And the announcer will say really cheesy things that are hilarious in hindsight. At the time, they were really cool. But he'll say things like, whoa! The game is very 90s.
Boom shakalaka.
I haven't there's certain things about this game that are very 90s, like the things like the guy says. Did you play with the music on?
No.
Oh boy, the music is all like, I mean, it is like just nonstop, just shred factory, except for like a couple tracks, which are really like jarring when you hear them. There's one that starts out with like the theme for the city Mara in Final Fantasy 11. I'm sure like all of 3 people got that reference. You're welcome. And then there's another one that like is like a Sublime song, and it's like I don't understand. Like, did they just run out of like face melting tracks?
I had heard, because I looked up a lot of reviews for this game.
Yeah.
And there aren't really any, so I just looked at its reviews on Good Old Games. The chief complaint from everyone is that the Good Old Games version, they completely changed the music from the original.
Yeah.
People were really upset about that because they love the music in the original, and the Good Old Games version is not as good.
That is what I read as well. However, spoilers, I never played with the music on when I was playing it originally. I always just loaded up my own music and just played it in the background. Same with Tony Hawk. Like Tony Hawk 2, man, was fucking brilliant because like I could load my own playlist into that game, and it's just like fuck this music that's in
CKY, 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 CKY. Better not. No. God, that was because my friend Cody would always play that game, and that's what I would zone out until that song came on. I was like, fuck yeah, I like that. I like that a lot.
I never got really into it. I know Brandon was big into it, and I remember like the first time I really even heard about it was when we lived together in college. And I think that it had been out for a very long time before then.
Yeah. Oh, I know Jacob was all about it, and so was Ryan.
Yeah, I missed it.
I remember
completely.
I remember Ryan being really young, and Ryan playing Tony Hawk, and Jacob coming over the house and taking it and doing like a 1080 Benihana or whatever it's called, and my brother just fucking
hope that's
being
really what it's
in
called.
worshipful awe of Jacob for years after that. Oh my God, he can do that.
Guys, it's Jacob. Shut up.
And of course, Jacob, drops the controller like it's a mic, just like, yeah, I can. What of it? What of it, dude? It's fine. You're a cool kid, I guess.
I want to see Jacob do that now.
I want to
see if he still got
it. See if he can still do it.
What else you got?
Let's see. What about? Oh, I saw on Good Old Games, one guy did still have the original soundtrack from the PC, so he went and edited the music files from Good Old Games to put in the original music.
Amazing.
Back where it should have been.
I love that.
Because it either had like 5 stars or 1 star, and the 1 stars were people all just complaining about the music.
I want to say something about Good Old Games version. I got it because it was Good Old Games versus Steam, and there were so many bad reviews on Steam about the game just not working, not launching.
See, they do that. I don't know why Steam does that a lot. Like Fallout 1 and 2 were the same way.
Yeah.
Like why?
I didn't buy it on Steam, even though it was cheaper. I think it was like $3 on Steam, but I was like, man, I don't want to spend $3 and have to buy it again somewhere else. So the irony of that is I bought it on Good Old Games, and then it would not launch. So if anyone out there listens to this and they're like, hey, I want to try this Moto Racer 2 game out, be prepared to do a little bit of Googling to see how you can get it to run. There is, you have to type in init strings essentially in order to get this game to run properly. At least I did. So be prepared for that. Or you can just watch me stream it on Twitch. How about that? Save yourself the money and time and just scroll through on there.
Because after I bought the Fallout collection on Steam, couldn't get it to work, went to the Steam forums about it, and people said, like, this is how you can sort of get it to work, which is like to shut down explorer.exe, which of course, fucks up everything.
Sure.
So you have to start your computer over again. And then a lot of people were like, if you buy the Good Old Games version, it works immediately. So go there and buy that.
And to be fair, I mean, they're right. The Good Old Games version, I misspoke. The Good Old Games version worked just fine for me in full screen mode, but I wanted to get it in windowed mode so that I could stream it and still check chat and stuff like that. So getting it in the window mode was the problem.
So I guess if you want to play a classic older game that's available on both platforms, you're probably better off going to Good Old Games.
Man, they should pay us for saying that. But you're right. You're right. You're 100% correct. Because I also haven't had really good experiences with old games on Steam.
Yeah.
Plus, the old games on Good Old Games are DRM free.
Yep.
And that's really nice.
So usually, they're more expensive.
Yeah.
And I like the Steam community.
Sure,
Good Old Games
absolutely.
doesn't have that.
Sure.
But if you're just wanting to play a game that works
Right.
out of nostalgia, yeah, I think that's the better option.
I know that I have bought Baldur's Gate so many times, dude. Like, I have bought Baldur's Gate so many times. And I bought it on Steam, and I bought it on Good Old Games. And guess which one I had problems with?
Yeah.
Steam. So, yeah, the Good Old Games version worked perfectly. So, thanks for that sponsorship, Good Old Games. Just kidding. But if you really want to sponsor us, that's fine. We'll take that. Mm-hmm. And like, oh man, this is how, this is like the level of delusion of grandeur that I have for us and our show that we do, our art that we make twice a week. Is that I remember when we were in our first year, I thought to myself, we should reach out to Good Old Games, see if maybe we can get a sponsorship. And then what happened is I decided, well, you know what? Hyperkin, who makes the Retron, they are a much better fit because like you can play Super Nintendo games on that. And that's when we were doing the top 100 Super Nintendo games list. And I remember reaching out to Hyperkid and they emailed me back. And I was like, what? And I was like, sweet, yeah. Here, check out the show. Never heard from that man again.
Yep. You heard him later on a different podcast.
Yep, I sure did.
Yep.
And it was like, well, I guess he went with the cleaner option. I guess I understand that decision.
Yep.
The show about finger blasting girls in a church basement. Probably not the safe corporate way to go. However, Good Old Games got really fucking big really fast because I feel like when we started this show, Good Old Games was kind of niche, but now they've got like their own launcher and it's like they're, I feel like I hear about them a lot now.
Yeah.
Good for them. I love that because I want them to be successful.
Good Old Games and then what? Green Man Gaming?
Green Man Gaming. Yep. I mean, Green Man Gaming's great because they give you those Steam keys. And I get it. Good Old Games doesn't want to do that because they've got their own client and everything. Yeah. But man, I regret not reaching out to Good Old Games because I feel like if we had
if
we had a chance at all, which we didn't, let's be honest, then back then would have been the time to ask.
I was thinking today because I was listening to another podcast, and that like I think a long-term goal of TADPOG would be that if there were a list of the 100 most famous people to come out of Paducah.
Oh, okay.
That we could be on the top 100 people to come out of Paducah.
Okay. Well, we've got a vice president that came out of Paducah, so I know we're not bumping him, Alvin Barkley.
Oh, okay.
We've got
Terry Shumpert.
Coach? He's a coach. Terry Shumpert was a coach?
He did play.
he was coach, right? On the show Coach?
Yeah. He played for the Minnesota Twins.
Oh, okay. Well, I knew it was a sports thing. We have a famous writer who came out of Paducah, Irvin Cobb. Man, we've got, well, that might be it. So, all right. So you're saying our chances are pretty good.
It might be okay. Top 100.
Considering we've been doing this for almost 4 years and I have been recognized once out in public.
Hey, wait, we got that one though.
I know, and I love it.
Granted, we don't often go out in public together anymore.
No, we sure don't.
It's been a long.
Well, we hate each other.
Yeah.
There is that.
We're like Penn and Teller. We're not actually friends outside the show.
Exactly. But I don't even feel like they put on a front though when they're together like they're friends. Because every time I see them, I'm like, man, their relationship is creepy.
Because I can't imagine being a partner and like stuff with someone for that long and you're just not friends. Like,
I kind of get it because it's like we do this twice a week and I treat it as like catch-up time.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure they are much busier than we are.
That's true. And together a lot more.
And we're pretty busy, I feel like.
Yeah.
With work and kids and all that stuff and trying to like still be a human being outside of recording.
Yeah.
I get it. And they've probably got so much more. We don't even have a truck driving simulator.
And to be fair, I like Penn Jillette, but he's also a bit much. Yeah, so I can't imagine like, yeah, you could probably only hang out with him for so long, no matter who you are. Even if like, my thing will just be like, this guy can talk. I just won't talk. I'll just be his partner and just make money.
Do you think that when they're out in public, like not performing, do you think that Penn forces Teller to shut the fuck up? Like anytime he opens his mouth, he's like, no!
That would be nice. I think that'd be pretty funny.
You spoke when you speak when spoken to. You spoke when speaking to.
You spoke when speaking to.
Speaking to.
You talk when I talk, only after I have talking to you.
Speaking to is the evolution of spoke. When you catch a spoke and you feed it 5 spoke candies, it revolves into speaking to. There you go. Sorry for the Pokemon joke. The bad Pokemon joke.
I did really love their Showtime show, Penn and Teller Bullshit.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck, that show was good.
It's a good show. It was kind of like an edgy Mythbusters.
Yeah. Yeah, it was an R-rated Mythbusters pretty much. And they talked about, I guess, modern social issues.
Yeah, they also talked about more controversial things.
And
I don't remember the Mythbusters, the atheism episode.
Just the episode where you learn that they actually really hate each other. Like Penn and Teller just like, we're not really friends. Like Adam and Jamie just actively dislike each other.
I have heard that. And did you ever catch them? I think they did like BattleBots, right? Like that's where they
I think you're right.
And it was weird. It was weird because like when I heard that they had been on BattleBots, like when Mythbusters in its 2nd season or whatever, I remember having this weird moment where it's like, oh shit, I do remember seeing those guys on BattleBots. Because
BattleBots, the one with the saw that like never lost, and the show kind of wasn't as fun because you know that was always gonna win.
No, dude, the fucking BattleBots thing was like always like if there was a fucking BattleBot that had some kind of mechanism that would flip a BattleBot, it's fucking over. Put your money on that because what's gonna happen is he's gonna come out, he's gonna flip the other robot, and it's gonna be very boring.
Yeah, you're right. That is what happened.
Have you watched the reboot of BattleBots?
I have not.
I hear they changed the rules specifically because of that bullshit. They were like, how can we make this more interesting? How about we put restrictions on the bullshit things that the robots did originally?
Or I wish if there was a mechanism the robot had to flip the other one over.
And then fuck it.
Fuck it. That the operator could run out and flip it back over.
Yeah.
But the other bot still got to come at it.
Yeah, I love it. That's when they flip the switch on the controller and the fucking katanas come out.
Oh, now it's the Hunger Games. All right, that's fine.
I love it. How bad do you want to win this game? Whoever wins gets this bag of Burger King.
Oh, because I also remember reading just like Jamie Heineman is just really, really difficult to get along with.
Really?
And that I can believe.
I can believe
Watching
that.
the show, it's just like, okay, the guy with the walrus mustache and the beret, like, I can see where he's not fun to be around.
My on the top 5 brush with fames that I've had, Adam Savage is on that list.
Oh.
From the elevator at Dragon Con.
Oh, yep.
Whom I thought at the time was a cosplayer. Nope, it was actually Adam Savage, it turns out. Because
Who seems like the nicest guy in the world.
Yeah. I didn't talk to I can't verify.
Yeah.
My other brush with fame, Conan O'Brien.
Really?
Yes. I was on a business trip to New York City and I saw a very tall man with red hair, and he was not paying attention to fucking anybody.
Yeah.
So I just assumed it was Conan.
Is that Slender Man, but with red hair? It's got to be Conan O'Brien.
It was definitely him. There is like, you can't mistake him for anybody else.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just impossible, right?
No, that's true. I don't know any other celebrity that like fits that bill. So
it was definitely him.
Moto Racer 2
might have been a cosplayer. Might have been just a random dude cosplaying as Conan O'Brien in March, just on the street, walking hurriedly. Moto Racer 2? We're not done talking about Moto Racer 2?
And we can be. I've got nothing else.
Let me check my notes.
Is there a boss?
Is there a boss in Moto Racer 2?
Like the anti-uni in Uniracers?
Yeah, there's Goro. He just shows up and rides a tricycle.
He rides 8 motorcycles.
Once you beat Goro, you race Shang Tsung, and he's actually pretty easy compared to him. I don't know. It's bizarre. I have a question for you, Tyler. This game, do you remember who I said it was developed by?
Delphine Software.
Very good. I have a feeling you're going to nail this question. Does Delphine Software ring a bell for you?
It does.
What have we played that Delphine Software developed?
I do not remember.
Okay, I'll give you a hint. You named one of them already in this episode.
Sparkster.
Shaq Fu.
Shaq Fu.
They developed Shaq Fu.
Oof.
They also, well, boy, get ready. Buckle up, my friend. Oh, let me just jump ahead to a segment called Where Are They Now? Delphine Software International, Tyler. Where do you think they are now?
Defunct.
You are correct. They are defunct. Can you guess the year they went defunct?
1998.
Okay, that was cruel because that's the year that Moto Racer 2 came out, and clearly it was a good game, and they didn't go out that early. It was 2004, so you were pretty good. I
Okay.
mean,
All right.
all things considered, you were pretty fucking close.
In the grand scheme of numbers, I was pretty close.
Yeah, like as far as like time goes, I feel like
342 BC.
I feel like the doctor would have given you a pass on that because it's all just a blink of an eye. They are a French company, or they were, I'm sorry. Whoops. They were a French company. Tyler, they were also responsible for 2 other games on the IGN's Top 100 SNES games that we played. Any idea what they are? Think about what games we played that were probably French.
Sunset Riders. Absolutely.
Nope.
Damn. Probably French. Killer Instinct?
No, that was Rare.
I don't know.
They produced Another World, aka Oddworld,
Oh, okay.
the cinematic platformer that you loved, that we both loved. I actually liked that one compared to the other game that they
But
produced.
the other cinematic platformers.
Which do you recall the other one one of the other ones that we did?
Another cinematic platformer?
For the SNES.
Out of this world?
Well, the Out of This World / Another World, same game, just released with different
Oh, I thought you
titles.
just said Odd World.
Oh, I probably did. I misspoke if I did say Oddworld. No, it wasn't Oddworld.
Okay.
It was Out of This World / Another World.
Okay. What's the other cinematic platformer we did? I don't recall.
Flashback.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Flashback,
Yeah.
which I thought was a worse game.
Yeah.
They did that as well.
Man, I might have to listen to that episode again because I think I just like my brain had built a partition in my head about that game.
Out of the 4 games of Delphine that we have played, how would you rank them, do you think? I know you just said you blocked out Flashback.
Motor Racer 2's number 1.
Nailed it. That's all I needed.
Yep.
All right, moving on. But seriously, Shaq Fu next?
Yeah, probably because I actually played through and beat Shaq Fu.
And it
I
would
couldn't
be-
stand Out of This World and Flashback.
See, it would be Out of This World for me. Then Shaq Fu, then Flashback. I know I'm blaspheming now to all the cinematic platforming fans, but sorry,
I don't know. That's the thing. Like,
didn't like Flashback.
I feel like there are some genre-defined games that will overcome that. I just dislike the genre in general. But
Delphine just does not make games that you like.
No.
Like, they just stay in the genre. They're like, what genre does Tyler Holland not like? We're going to stay as far away from that as possible.
can we do visual novels? No. He loves those fuckers. Like, no. Why don't we put some like disabled girls you can romance? No, nope.
Wait. I got it. It's a game where you try to fuck a pigeon. No, I'm sorry.
No,
That's too Japanese.
he's okay with that.
I liked arcade mode versus simulation mode. Moto Racer 2 does have a simulation mode, but it is pretty much just like arcade mode, except you wreck when you hit anything. Like if you bump to the side of a course, you wreck. So it is impossible for me to play. The only other note I had is, oh my God, this game made me want to play Road Rash so fucking bad. So bad.
I would like to revisit Road Rash because I played that a
my
lot
God.
on the Game Gear.
Oh my God. Let's do it fucking soon, please.
Because there was an engaging element to trying to club people with a chain. So that made a difference to me, as opposed it wasn't driving around in circles and trying to hedge over people, just knock them the fuck out. Okay, that makes it a little more appealing to me.
Loved Road Rash, dude. 1, 2, and 3. I loved Road Rash. I don't know like which is most critically acclaimed, but I say we play that one for the show. Man, I would love to fucking do that.
I'm down.
Let's just not play Dune and do Road Rash instead. Because man, I'm still not ready to play Dune.
We can make that a TADPOG.
No, I gotta do it.
You don't have to suffer. It's fine.
I gotta play it.
You don't have to get up on that cross. It's fine. I'll do it for you.
I gotta play it. Got to stream it, dog.
Oh yeah.
Got to stream it. I'm trying to make it a goal to stream all of the.
You can
Digital
stream a
Trends
YouTube
games.
video of it being played.
I love it. I just react to it. I'm just eating dinner. Like I'm cutting up a chicken while I eat it and watch it. Oh wow, geez, that military soldier really
House
got
Atreides.
hit.
Damn.
Oh shit. And it's me texting you. I'm like, what is this? What is this thing? I don't know anything about Dune, dog. I don't know a fucking thing.
Just randomly just like open the book and just random quotes
don't
as he
even-
plays. Oh, he gives water for the dead. Oh.
That's a reference, right? I don't even know. I don't even know why it's called Dune. Does it take place in the desert? That's
Yep.
what oh, cool. Nailed it.
Arrakis is a desert planet that the sandworms in Arrakis produce the spice.
Are they the same ones from Beetlejuice? Like they're on break.
I
They go
pictured
to.
the way they describe
Arrakis?
them is basically the same way. They're just not striped.
Oh, pass.
Yeah.
Bullshit. I'm out.
I guess they're described more like trimmers, but they're the size of
dude.
the sandworms from Beetlejuice.
Dude, if a sandworm doesn't look like a stocking that Liz Vicious would wear, I don't want to have anything to fucking do with it.
But the
Knee socks are GTFO sandworm.
and the sandworms produce the spice, which like awakens
Spice.
abilities, and it's what allows for faster than light travel, I believe.
Oh, cool.
So like it's a hoarded, like something everyone wants. It's also like a drug. Like once you start taking it physically, you're addicted to it. It opens up. Because I've only read the first one, so
Yeah.
I'm extrapolating from the movie and from the book.
Look, it sounds neat. It really does.
It's a good book.
It
it's
does
a good
sound,
book.
and that is a book that has been recommended to me time and time and time again, and I cannot make time for
Because
that book.
Robert Jordan, for the Wheel of Time, borrowed elements from Dune.
Yeah.
Because the Aes Sedai in Wheel of Time are like an order at that time of all females who are basically in charge. They're just basically that same thing as in Dune. I can't remember what they're called. But so he kind of borrowed that idea from Dune.
Cool. I can't read it. I just can't.
Yeah.
It's long. I'm not gonna lie. Like I know I sound like a really dumb man right now, but that book's too long, y'all.
We can do the movie sometime
That sounds good.
because it's got
Yeah, we're not gonna do the
Kyle
movie.
MacLachlan in it,
Oh hell.
which I think is a weird casting for Maudie, but all right.
Kyle MacLachlan. I haven't thought about him in a while. Mm-hmm. That's Mr. Twin Peaks, isn't it?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
And Blue Velvet.
And Charlotte's husband from Sex and the City.
Forgot about that.
Yeah.
All right, real talk.
And the villain from the Flintstones movie.
Whoa. Wow. Well, that was a fool.
Kyle MacLachlan cast.
Kyle McFlintstone, I believe.
Man, I watched the show The Flintstones on my VHS copy.
Really?
Fucking loved that movie.
We should do a Flintstones game.
There are a lot.
I
and they're
know.
all. I played one for Super Nintendo a few months ago, and it was just like, fuck, this is bad.
There's a mind-boggling
Oh,
amount
man.
of Flintstones games.
Yep.
I don't even know like why they decide. Like, who was supporting those?
Like, and what the NES ones are like coveted prizes.
Really?
Yeah.
Probably because everyone like hated it
No
so
one bought
much
them.
that,
Yeah. So now
didn't buy
they're
it.
really rare.
Well. Live and learn. That's all I got.
That's all you got.
Tyler, do you have any achievements for this episode?
I do.
For this game?
I do. For this episode,
I'm
yep,
not-
I do.
You're drinking and I'm not. I have no fucking excuse.
Yep, I've got
I'm
two
drunk on
achievements.
Pokemon, dog. I gotta get out there, man.
Got these raspberries. I've got two achievements. The first one is Good Motorcycler. You unlock Good Motorcycler by coming in second.
All right.
And my other achievement is Really Good Motorcycler. You unlock that for coming in first.
Is that a reference that I'm missing, or
No.
they're just lazy achievements?
Just lazy ass
Okay.
achievements.
At least you gave them. Sometimes I'm like, no, I just didn't do them. Fuck off. I don't know. I guess just deal with it. Somehow I continue to live with myself. Barely. I have maybe a couple of achievements. The first one I'm very proud of is called Dog Milk. And in order to unlock the achievement Dog Milk, you must be riding the red bike when the announcer says, "What a rocket!"
Nice.
My second achievement is Uncle Hamburger. And in order to unlock Uncle Hamburger, you have to be in second place for the entire race, and then at the very end, pop a wheelie and steal first from the first place racer. You unlock Uncle Hamburger.
Uncle Hamburger, because you'll die shortly after.
Uncle Hamburger.
Ah,
yeah. Now you get the shitty joke I made.
Yeah.
Right? Robble is when you hit the rubble in the game and you crash. Third achievement, Robble. In order to unlock Robble, you have to first unlock Uncle Hamburger. It's a very intricate achievement.
It's an achievement
system.
tree. I like it.
Yeah. You also have to play the game making only the good decisions, the Paragon decisions.
God. I've been watching. I watched Markiplier play through Until Dawn.
Yeah, it's a game that I want to play. I own it. I bought it when it was like $18 on Amazon or something.
I've got Miller's copy.
Awesome.
That he told me to play. But it is watching him play it. Some of it makes sense. Some of it doesn't make sense. That some of the choices that you make, which seem really innocuous, will just get people killed. Some are obvious. Others just like, oh, I didn't know, like, if I opened or shut that window that 3 people would die. Like,
gotcha.
You would think you're doing the safe thing, but you're not. So it's kind of like, unless you've looked ahead and cheated, like, you're not going to get the perfect playthrough where everyone lives.
I kind of like that. I mean, it's a horror game, right?
Yep.
I don't like perfect endings in horror games. People should fucking die in horror games. Yeah. I do think it is silly where it is something as simple as like, oh, God, I left that window open and all the monsters in the world got in.
Yeah. Because there's one, because he's close to the end of the game, and because to get the decisions sort of pop up split second, you don't have a lot of time to make them.
Okay.
So like he's just into it and not thinking, and something pops up like explore the noise, go with the others.
Go with the others.
And when it pops up, he just, as soon as he hits, well, what's that noise? As soon as he hits it, he goes, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit. And immediately, like, the person takes one step out and they just fucking get their head ripped off.
Yeah.
And he rages so hard because it was his favorite character in the game so far. He immediately, like, I'm going to pause this game and this video may be a little late coming out because I'm going to start over and make all the decisions I made again, get to this point, and then make the other decision because I can't keep playing this game having made that decision.
And then he made the second decision, and the character died anyway. That would have been great. I mean, he seems like a nice guy, but I'm just saying that would be the funniest outcome.
Funny. There are some decisions like that.
Has he never seen Scream? Does he not know the rules of horror movies? At one point, there's like an option, say be right back. Don't say be right back.
Sleep with the virgin, don't sleep with the virgin.
Yeah. Climb through the doggy door?
Although Scream, the first Scream, I love that movie. I did not see, spoilers, 1, 2, 3, 4, the 2 killer twist coming.
Yeah, Scream is a great movie, dude. Scream is a great movie. As much as, like, I feel like that movie gets undue shit.
Yep.
But that movie was like, that was a brilliant movie. Yeah. I will go on record and say that fucking Scream was a brilliant movie.
Scream 2 was okay.
Scream 2 was all right.
Not very
I did not
good.
see Scream 3.
Not great.
What about the scary movies, Tyler? How would you rank the scary movies?
I remember Brandon and I went and saw the first scary movie in the theaters. And, like, we laughed out loud sometimes. Yeah. We were, like, 15.
Right.
And other times, we were like, fuck, man, really?
This is kind of lame, isn't it?
Yeah.
You and I saw Scream, I feel like, at the right time. Like, seeing not Scream, Scary Movie. Like, seeing it as a teenager is the only way to see it. Yeah. You can't go back.
Whenever you're very excited about seeing Rose McGowan's nipples when she opens that door.
Wait, what?
She's the blonde in, like, the green cutoff sweater. Or whatever, like, she opens the door to the garage, like, when the killer's out there. I remember seeing that in the preview. I was like, fuck, I'm going to see that movie. Because I used to think, I mean, she's still attractive. But I was about to
say, you take away that used to think. I don't remember that. I don't know how. I guess I need to look that up online and put it in the show notes.
Yep. I also know, what was it, I think I've talked about this before, in Jawbreaker that she was in.
Yes.
That her character goes to, like, a sleazy bar, picks up somebody, and the sleazy guy is Marilyn Manson, who she's married to. And, like, in their sex scene, they're actually fucking.
Have sex. Yeah. I don't know why he would, since he can suck his own dick. But
That's the way he had his ribs removed.
Tyler,
Yes, Dave.
I have some questions for you.
All right.
For this allegedly Moto Racer 2 episode, I feel like we have just barely met the requirements of calling this a video game podcast.
We call it Shrek Screamcast. It's fine.
Yeah, please. I've got a couple questions for you, Tyler.
All right.
The first of which, I want to know what kind of beard you'd give this game. And which, actually, can I clarify that? I want to add some more definition to that question.
Okay.
What beard from Shrek would you give this game?
Shit. I have to start over again. And just in case, to be transparent, in case it doesn't look like it's coming through, but my power cord is causing some feedback in our headphones. Doesn't look like it's going to come through for you guys to hear it, but if it's there and we just can't pick it up, sorry.
It did not come through on the Pokemon Go episode.
Okay.
I skimmed through to try to see if any of that came through when we experienced it, and I didn't hear it. So we sound like crazy people when we're like, "Oh, sorry about that feedback, y'all." It's just silence. It's just like nothing there.
Just dog feedback.
Sorry
dog's gonna hear
oh, sorry about all these bats, guys.
All right. So I would have to give this. He might be in Shrek. He's not in Shrek.
Markiplier.
I would give this the stubbly beard of James Stewart, who is apparently the second best motocross driver.
All right, I thought it was an actor, so that's great.
Jimmy Stewart.
Oh yeah, that's what I was thinking. Wait, he's not a motocross racer?
He was after he did that Christmas movie.
Yeah,
and after he went to Washington. Yeah.
Well, yeah. Tyler.
Yes, Dave.
If you were to give this game a pair of glasses that sums up how you feel about it, what kind of glasses would you give it?
I'll have to give it the helmeted visor of Ricky Carmichael, who's supposedly like the best motocrosser to have ever lived.
Motocrosser?
Motocrosser?
Is that a real
that's what
term?
It's called.
If it's not, it should be.
Motocrosser. So there you go. If anybody likes motocross, I hope you were like, yeah, those are good beards. Everybody else like, all right, sure.
We do have a really big following in the motocross community. I mean, it's enormous.
Ricky Carmichael probably listens, and he'll be stoked we finally brought him up.
That would be pretty cool. Are any of those two people from Paducah? Are they on the top 100 most famous? There is a race car driver from Paducah. I cannot remember his name, but he is definitely more famous than we are.
Yeah, that's true. That's like 5, right?
Yes. Tyler.
If we can't think of 95 more people.
We're definitely automatically on there.
Where we win.
I think Dippin' Dots was invented here. So Dippin' Dots guy is...
I think it was invented in I don't think it was Paducah, but it was really close.
You think it was
because I remember they sold them in Paducah really early.
Right. I know they're based out of Metropolis.
Yeah, see,
Illinois,
I want to think it's
so
there.
Maybe they're there. Or maybe they just moved there for tax reasons. Probably not. I just wanted...
Dippin' Dots is 6 through 99.
Yeah.
So
I just wanted to claim
each flavor of Dippin' Dots.
Also, the entire American soccer team is from Paducah. I don't know if you knew that or not.
Yeah.
The entire team.
Damn.
All of the U.S. teams.
So is Lucy Lawless, strangely enough.
Yeah,
we don't know where she picked up the Australian accent.
Rose McGowan, also from Paducah. Tyler, I've got one more question for you. I am curious how much this game is, not on Steam, not on Good Old Games. I want to know how much this game is on Amazon for the PC, to clarify. The PC version of Moto Racer 2. How much is it on Amazon used?
$15.
Tyler, actual retail value of Moto Racer 2 for the PC used on Amazon at the time of this very recording, which may or may not have feedback, is $2.15.
Okay. I guess getting a machine that would run it is probably the problem.
Yeah, I don't know what you'd have to do to get it to run not in super crazy mode.
Yeah.
$2.15. You could buy it, maybe rip the
Because I imagine it doesn't run on Scum or whatever like Grim Fandango did that made it impossible to replay on anything else.
I would recommend you go ahead and pay the $5.99 on Good Old Games.
Yep.
If you want to play this game.
Yep.
Or wait till it goes on sale, because I have seen it on sale before. I could have bought it for like $3, but slept on it. And paid the price, man. I paid the price.
Paid the double the price.
I know. Somehow it seemed worth it to me, and I will say it was 100% worth the $6. Reliving this game was amazing.
Good.
And remembering the tracks. Like I haven't thought really about the tracks in years. Almost 20 years, I hadn't thought about really this game at all, and like getting right back into it and just like knowing the track, like not even thinking about it, but just like winding through the track, getting first place right off the bat kind of deal. Like that was fun. That was a fun experience.
I have to wonder if I have a childhood bias against racing games, because all growing up, I was so bombarded with NASCAR and everything like that. My dad loves racing. Like, I mean, I was just hit over the head with it so hard as a kid that it's just now I'm just like, don't give a shit.
Possibly.
Don't care. Don't want to care. Tired of it.
I do like the arcade style racing games.
Like Cruising USA.
Well.
Or what is it, Daytona? I remember walking into Gaddyland and by the high school, and every time you walk into that game room, Daytona.
I did. I did like Cruising. Well, you sound like Tarzan. Is Tarzan in the game?
That's how I sing naturally when I'm trying. So.
I like Cruising USA and Cruising World when they were current games, but I have replayed one of those at Game Galaxy, and it did not hold up at all.
It's like playing the first Virtua Fighter again.
Yeah.
Ooh. I don't know why I want to do Battle Arena Toshinden. I just do.
What is it?
It's a PlayStation 1 game. I remember being on the cover of like every gaming magazine for like 3 months. Like, oh shit, Battle Arena Toshinden.
Was it awful?
I don't remember. I just remember it being like, Shake always talked about it, but I don't think I've ever even seen the game.
Add it to the PlayStation list along with Brave Fencer Musashi.
Okay.
Let's do it. I'm down. We haven't done many PlayStation games at all.
Yeah, because what we talked about doing, Tactics.
Yep. Final Fantasy Tactics.
Of course, 7, 8, 9. So now Battle Arena Toshinden.
Yep.
Bushido Blade 2. Why not? We did the first one.
Let's do it.
Man, PlayStation, I mean, part of me would be like, a PlayStation list would be fun to do.
No.
And the second time, be like, no, I probably wouldn't. That would be like...
Top 500 PlayStation games.
We'd have to go to like...
Welcome to hell.
TADPOG, where we're a once-a-month podcast as we try to slug through PlayStation games.
TADPOG, where Tyler records with the suicidal corpse of Dave, who hung himself from Tyler's bedroom
After
ceiling
playing
fan.
6 hours of Intelligent Cube.
I want to play that game so bad. I have recently heard about it. I didn't know anything about it. I recently heard about it on the Experience Grind podcast, and like I looked into it and I was like, holy shit, this looks like a game that is really fucking interesting.
I'd heard it's kind of a holy grail just now because it didn't sell well. I remember seeing it all over the place when I was young.
I'm down. Let's do it. Let's start making a list of PlayStation games that might not be bad.
Okay, that sounds fair. Parasite Eve.
Wait, I said might not be bad. Wasn't that like a horrible? Wasn't that like received?
I was okay with Parasite Eve.
I feel like that one was panned by. I never played it, but maybe I'm confusing it with a different.
Might be the second one that was bad. I remember Josh and I played a lot of the first one, but I remember it also being kind of strange because like all the mitochondria in our cells are actually like an alien species.
You meant metachlorians,
holding inside
but it's fine. All the metachlorians.
Oh, I know what gives people the Force, Dave.
Yeah,
I know that much.
Right.
Number one midichlorian fan right here.
You should go to the next Star Wars movie and wear a shirt that says number one midichlorian fan.
I mean, Anakin had more than Yoda did, man.
I know.
I heard it.
Even more than Master Yoda.
They plugged him into that sugar tester for diabetes, and they read his midichlorian score.
I know. They're like, holy shit, this kid needs Novolin. Also, wow, so many midichlorians. So fucking many. I bet he's not going to have some kind of like bullshit story over the course of these movies.
No, he's going to balance the Force. We Jedi control the universe, but we're, man.
This is a conversation I don't want to get into.
It's like Christians in the United States saying, no, we're religiously persecuted. No, you're like the Jedi before Anakin rolled in. It's all right. Okay, I guess before we go any further, I do really want to mention a guy named Chris Vaughn.
Yeah.
He's got an enormous dick. Just
really?
like just the biggest, most impressive dick ever. I just want to throw that out there.
All right.
Yeah.
Have you seen it?
Just the shadow of it. It's that.
Oh, wow.
It's just that enormous.
Oh man, did a cloud just come over and block out the sun? No, it's just Chris's dick.
Yeah, I took a nap under it because it was really hot outside.
Shit, I took a
nice.
nap on it. I wonder if it was at the same time and we didn't even see each other because of the massive girth.
You were like a lizard sunning yourself
I was.
on top of it, and I was underneath it.
It was like a hammock. Were you there when he hooked it onto a building? Like he like Wonder Woman's lasso, threw it from one window to an adjacent window across the street, and someone caught it and it knocked them over. But once they got up and tied it around their bedpost, I laid down. I stretched it out, and made a little hammock and slept in there.
Well, that's like whenever they couldn't find the tarp that covers Yankee Stadium when it rains. Right. So they used his foreskin from his enormous, enormous dick to cover up all of Yankee Stadium. I think that's a Bill Bradsky joke from SNL.
Is it?
If I remember it correctly.
Well, there you go. And you're giving credit where credit's due.
Yeah.
That's fair use.
So it's just, yeah.
Lorne Michaels can't sue us.
So just everybody should know just how enormous and girthy and poon-destroyingly large that his dick is.
All right. I agree.
If somebody else wants to leave us a 5-star iTunes review and have something nice said about you, go ahead.
This is the winner of Chris is the winner of the iTunes contest.
Yep.
Should I not have said that? Were you explicitly not
fine.
saying that for a reason?
No, I just wanted to talk about it.
All right.
Funny thing on the way to work the other day.
Yeah.
Penis, what's the name of your owner? It answered me back.
It bellowed back. Chris Vaughn. As bats flew out of it.
It's its own Pokemon. It can only say its own name.
Chris's dick. Oh man, I've been throwing Pokeballs at this motherfucker I gave him like 4 raspberries.
I shoved so many raspberries up in that.
It is the legendary Pokemon. They haven't released it yet.
What are you, Mystic Valor? Team Chris's dick.
Yeah. There's only one member. That was a dick joke. It's a dumb dick joke.
Yeah, he played Pokemon. His dick is so big he
You're
got
welcome.
his own team. You wanna take some calls?
How much time we got? What's our time looking like?
All right, we're probably actually kind of out.
Shut it down.
So okay. Thanks for listening, everybody. You can find the show on iTunes, Stitcher, or SoundCloud. So don't miss the next episode. I'm not sure what we're doing.
We got to do Dune. We got to do Dune. It'll be a Monday episode, which will be weird.
Maybe do you want to double up? What's after Dune?
I can't remember. Sorry.
So yeah,
I do one in advance. I have no idea what's coming up after.
Yeah.
Oh, Toe Jam and Earl. So I don't want to double up.
Yeah, because you want to enjoy playing that game.
I do want to
enjoy
Toe Jam and Earl. Yes.
So Dune next. After that, don't know. If you want to help us out, there's plenty of things you can do. Reviews on iTunes, reviews on Stitcher. Give our T-shirt on Amazon a good 5-star review.
Yeah, please.
And write a weird review. I'll read some of those next time we have more time.
Awesome.
Some are pretty fucking funny.
Oh, good. I'm so glad.
If I can find Bulbasaur's, she left a pretty fucking hilarious one.
Excellent. Excellent. I'm sure that wasn't her husband.
No, of course not. And let's see. So if there's if there's a game you want us to play, a guest host for an episode, a Patreon request, just get in contact with us somehow. Facebook, Twitter, 5-star reviews, whatever you put down, or ask us. We promise we'll get to that eventually.
Don't worry, guys. Like Tyler said, we're going to be back. In the meantime, you can always find us on tadpog.com. That's where the show notes live. Hey, do you want to see? I know you do. I know you want to see a Shrek-themed wedding. I'll have that in the show notes. I know you also probably want to see. You want to listen to the Mora theme from Final Fantasy XI? I'll have that in the show notes too. Don't even worry about it. You can also find us on Facebook. You can find us on Twitter. You can, if you'd like to, you can give us a call at 270-883-2555. When we have time, we usually take calls. Sometimes we do all call episodes. If you are a new listener from the pinball convention that Archmage Chris Edler was recently at, welcome to the show. Thanks for joining us. I hope we didn't scare you away with our 100% Pokemon Go episode and our very minimal like just squeaking through qualifying as a video game podcast on this episode.
Well, to be fair, there's only so much you can talk about a racing game for the most part.
That is not true, but I appreciate the effort that you're making.
Well, this, like, Gran Turismo, okay, we could probably really break that down. This probably, I mean, we could have broken it down more, I'm sure, but...
It would have been super boring.
Yeah.
I feel like.
Yeah.
Honestly. Because, yeah, you're right. We could have broken it down.
We hit the big points.
Where it's like, well, green bike has the best grip, but its acceleration is not so good.
No.
What would be the perfect counter to green bike? Well, I think white bike, because it has... You're bored already. I know. I can hear our listeners yawning. So, you know what else? You mentioned Patreon. Hey, did you enjoy this episode? Or hey, cut us some slack. Have you enjoyed an episode of TADPOG ever? If you would like to support us, you can do that on Patreon. You can find us at patreon.com/TADPOG. Thank you very much to everybody who is currently donating on there. It means a whole lot, and it fucking brightens my day and makes me feel incredibly special when I get an email from Patreon saying that someone has just pledged or recently upped their pledge. I fucking love it. Like, it really does. Like, it has swayed my mood at work. Like, I have had shitty days at work, and then I've seen an email come through where it's like, there's Exalted Lord Mike who is riding the penny train. I feel like I can center myself around that. So what I'm saying is that Patreon, Exalted Lord Mike on Patreon, he's my center.
Snaky finally has thrown enough pennies that now we're up to $1 higher, as opposed to like not be able to see the cents like we used to.
There are some other people I'd like to thank. Of course, Micah, thank you very much for your pledge, for upping your pledge. I also want to thank, and I'm very sorry if I mispronounce your name, I'd like to thank Ben Sear, or Sir, it's one or the other, for recently pledging $1. Thank you for your new pledge. Enjoy the bonus episodes. I'd also like to thank Kyle Pertlebaugh for upping his pledge. Thank you very much. It's not a thing that you had to do, and you did it anyway, and we love you for it. Also, I'd want to thank Brett Miller for upping his pledge by, you guessed it, 1 penny. Someone else has gotten on the penny train. So we'll see if Brett continues to donate a penny for every episode that we do. Guys, thank you very much, and I 100% from the heart mean it.
Yeah, absolutely. We've got, let's see, if you want to send us something, I know we've got some packages en route. I'm very excited about it. So if you want to send us anything, games, food, you know, those are always good intros. Send something to TADPOG Studios, care of Nicole Nance, P.O. Box 3785, Paducah, Kentucky 42002. We also have an Instagram, TADPOG_podcast. Now I'm posting some Pokemon Go pictures up there, because that's going to be a good gold mine to go through, because I was kind of the content was just kind of lacking. So I was like, oh, yeah, let's do this. Let's put that picture of Jacob taking over the gym inside the Haunted Mansion in Disney.
At Disney.
Yeah.
I love it. Also, by gold mine, you meant Goldine Mine. Right?
Goldine Mine.
Right? Goldine Mine.
Because I'm seeking a higher...
That's a Pokemon that I know.
It is. Seeking is the evolution of Goldine.
Oh, man, I didn't get the reference. Shame on me. I haven't evolved anything yet. So that's why I can claim.
Don't be cloistered. It's another Pokemon.
I like it. Can we just do a full episode where we make...
Seal yourself to our podcast. Then his evolution is like Dugong. So I don't even know what to do about that one.
Yeah. Dugong. Good luck.
Dugong. Yeah. Sorry for all having to slug through all this muck. The evolution of Grimer.
I regret starting this.
Mewtwo.
Oh, man. All right, look, I know we're done talking about Pokemon Go, but this is secondary to the game itself. I play at lunch sometimes. I go downtown and just try to collect shit because I work kind of close to the riverfront. And I hang out with people down there. And I was talking to 2 guys down there, and he was like, one of the guys was like, hey man, how much do you know about Pokemon? And I was like, not very much. And he said, let me show you my Mewtwo. And I said, I know Mewtwo is not in the game. And he said, no, I've got a Mewtwo. Let me show it to you. And then he showed me a Meowth that he had named Mewtwo. And I said, that's a Meowth. And I felt like a total badass. Like if I had sunglasses at the time, I would have flipped them out and put them on.
Let me show you my Mewtwo. And it was his
He
dick.
pulled out his tiny penis.
That's not a Mewtwo. That's more just a Mew.
Here, let me show you my Mew 8. Bong!
That was good. Oh, man.
I would have been arrested because I'm pretty sure that he was a teenager.
Let's see. Our theme song is new. Let's take more drive. Lead to that track from the show notes at TADPOG.com. How do you want to close this out?
I think we should close it out like the announcer from Moto Racer 2.
Okay. So until next time, Tropical Capricorn! Last time I saw him, he was rocking the Johnny Depp, where it was just like super tight girl jeans with like bandanas hanging out and extra belts.
You know what those mean, right?
That he's available.
Yeah. What color were
That
they?
makes sense. I don't remember.
Blue?
I don't know what the kids are doing these
Back
days.
left pocket? Well, I've been to Vegas enough
It
times.
was
to know
red or
these.
blue.
See, I feel like that's the kind of shit that everybody should know about because you can get yourself in trouble if you.
You can when you're in Vegas.
if it's just a bandana. I don't normally hang one out of my pocket, but if I did on accident, I wouldn't want to get butt raped.